Hello everyone, this is Venugopal. Today in this session, we will see the types of inheritance. As I have already discussed in my previous video, what is meant by inheritance? Now in this video, we will see what are the various types of inheritance. Number one is single inheritance. Number two is multiple inheritance. Next is multi-level inheritance. Fourth one is hierarchical inheritance. And fifth one is hybrid inheritance. Now, single inheritance means what? There will be, all right, single derived class and single base class. That means a derived class is derived from only one base class is called as a single inheritance. Now, multiple means what? A derived class is derived from more than one base class is called as a multiple inheritance. Multi-level means what? A derived class is derived from another derived class. Means there is a chain of derived class. Such an inheritance is called as multi-level inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance means what? Multiple derived classes are derived from only single base class, or else you can also say that one base class having multiple derived classes is called as a hierarchical inheritance. And hybrid means what? It is a mixture of any two inheritances. Example, multiple plus multi-level. Such kind of inheritance is called as a hybrid inheritance. Now, one by one, we will see the practical implementation of this all inheritances. So for that, what we will do, we'll create one separate class. The class name is types inheritance. First of all, we'll see the single inheritance, very simple class. For example, we have a parent class, whereas we have one method or function that is f1, and in this I'll print this is a parent class. From this parent class, we'll derive one more class, that is class child is inherited from parent. And here we'll define one class f2, and we'll print like this is a child class. That's it. If you see carefully this program, we have only one parent class, that is base class, and we have only one derived class. So such type of inheritance is called as a single inheritance. Now to create an object, already we have seen better to create the object of child class. So C equals to child, and here we can access C dot F1 and C dot F2. If I'll execute this one, see the output is very simple, a parent class and child class. So this is an example of what? Single inheritance, where one base class and one derived class. A derived class is deriving from only one base class is called as a single inheritance. Now we'll see with the multiple inheritance. For multiple inheritance, we'll take some other example. Class, for example, I'll take one subject. I'm taking very simple examples to better understand the concepts. I'm defining one function here and I'll print F1 from subject, or this is subject class. Similarly, what I'll do, we are seeing the inheritance of multiple. Multiple means what? There will be a multiple base classes. So I'll define one more class. Subject, for example, sports. And I'll define one class F1. And here I'll print a simple message. Sorry, it's not F1. We'll take this as F2. And F2 from sports. I can say class and subject class. And after this, there are two base classes. This is one base class, subject one, right? And this is second base class. Now, out of this base classes, what I'll do, I'll create one derived classes. So syntax is very simple. Class, I'm making, for example, total class. This total class is from subject class, comma, and sports class. Now, if you carefully see the syntax, this is nothing but your multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance means what? What is the definition we have seen here? Multiple definition means a derived class is derived from more than one base class is called as multiple inheritance. So this is a derived class which is deriving from more than one base class. So here again we'll define one function, that is F3, and we'll print a message. This is F3 from which class? Total class. And we know that we can create the object of this derived class, that is T equals to total, and I'll access T dot F1. We can access all the methods, T dot F2, and finally T dot F3. This is one base class, this is another base class, and the third class we have inherited from these two base classes. This concept is called as a multiple inheritance. If I'll execute this, you will find out F1 from subject class, F2 from sports class, and F3 from total class. So this is a best example of multiple inheritance. We have to focus on the concept, right? You can create a complicated logic also, but you need to understand the concept first. Then you can create a multiple complex problems, or you can do practice also. N number of questions are available. You can solve it. Okay. So this is the example for multiple. Now we'll go for the multi-level inheritance. For that, I'll take another example like a class. I'm taking, for example, like a top floor. If I see the building constructions, there is a top floor, right? Top floor, I'm defining one function F1, and simply I'll print here, print I am on a top floor. Now this is a base class. Now, first of all, we'll see what exactly mean by multi-level inheritance. A derived class is derived from another derived class. Okay, that is called the multi-level inheritance. Okay, so this is a base class. Now I'm going to derive a derived class. Class, suppose I'm taking a middle floor, right? And this middle floor is inheriting what? Top floor. Okay, now I'll print a message here, or I'll define one function def f2 and print. I'm printing the message like I am on middle floor. Now I'll define one more derived class class, suppose ground floor, and this ground floor is deriving from not a top floor, this is from middle floor. Now you can see the chain, and I'm having F3 here, and simply one message print, I am on ground floor. So simple, right? This is a base class. From this base class, we have derived one derived class. So we can say this is one level. A derived class is deriving from this derived base class. But observe this one. This ground floor is also derived class, which is again deriving from another derived class. So such kind of inheritance is called as multi-level inheritance. Now I'll create the object of this ground floor. So G equals to ground floor. Now I can access G dot F1, F2, F3, F1, G dot F2, and G dot F3. This is the example of multi-level inheritance. You can see top floor, middle floor, and ground floor. So it's a best example of what we can say. It's a best example of multi-level inheritance. So I hope, I mean, you can go rewind and you can go through the concepts again, no problem. I'm not going to save this program, but anyhow, it is on the video. You just go back and you can see the video. Okay, so this is the example of multi-level. So what is the definition of multi-level? A derived class is deriving from another derived class is called as a multi-level inheritance. Now we'll move on to the next inheritance. That is which one? The next inheritance is hierarchical inheritance. So there will be multiple derived classes from the only single base class, or you can say one base class and multiple derived classes is called as a hierarchical inheritance. It's like a tree structure. So we'll define one program, very simple program to better understand. Class, I'll take one class as a parent, and I'll define one function f1, and I'll print like it's a parent class. Or I'll write like a f1 from parent class. Next one is, this is the base class. Now we need to define a derived class. So class, suppose child1 is inheriting from parent. It's a very simple example. Day to day life, we used to have this example, like one parent have multiple childs. Define f2 in the bracket. I'll print like this is a f2 from child1 class, obviously, and I'll derive one more class child2, and it is also from same parent. Yes, define f3, print this f3 from child2 class. See, parent is same, obviously, and child1 and child2. So one parent can have a multiple child. So what is this? The one base class have a multiple derived classes. That inheritance is called as what? Hierarchical. It's a tree structure, one root and several branches. Okay. So now I want to create an object of this. Now you have to create the object for different classes, right? Because child2 is a different class, because if you want to access the child1, you have to create the child1 object separately, right? Because see, child2 is deriving from parent, child1 is deriving from parent. Okay, so no problem. C is equal to, let us try to create the child2. and we'll try to access C dot. If you carefully see, it can access only F1 and F3. Okay, the scope, it's all about scope. That is what the beauty of this object oriented and encapsulation and abstraction. Okay, and it is showing F3, so I'll call up the F3 only. And if I want to access this F2, we have to create the object of child one also. So in this case, I'm not going to create. You can create by your own and you can practice it. But I hope you are getting the things. Okay, so level of inheritance will be slight changes, obviously depending on which type of inheritance is used. That is the reason why the multiple various types of inheritance are there in object oriented concepts. If I execute this, you will get the output like F1 from parent and F3 from child 2 class, because child 2 cannot access the child 1 classes because child 2 is not acquiring the properties of child 1, right? So that is the reason. If I want to access F2, oh simple, it's you have to create the object of child 2 here and you just access C dot F1. If you want to see the scope, you simply type like C1 equals to, suppose I'm taking child 1. Now you can observe this. Whenever I'll press C1 dot, it is showing only F1 and F2 because F1 is a function of parent, F2 is a function of child 1, but it is not showing now the function of F3. Clear? So that is the case. So F1 it can access and C1 dot F2 can access, but not F3 in this case because F3 is present in the child 2. Okay, and if it execute this, you will get the output, different kind of output. So I think this is very clear. It's a hierarchical inheritance, very simple. Multiple derived classes are deriving from only one base class, or in other words, you can say that one base class can have multiple derived class, right? That inheritance is called as a hierarchical inheritance. Now we will be having last one, that is a hybrid inheritance, a mixture of multi-level or multiple. So we'll take one another example, simple example, class. Suppose I'm taking the example, I'm defining a one class name as a school. And here I'm defining one function, define F1, and I'm printing print F1, F1 in school, just to identify. Oh yeah, F1 in school. I'll copy this so that what happen, my time will be saved, yours also. This is one thing. Okay, now second I'll derive one class. First of all, we'll do some multi-level kind of thing. Student one is deriving from, multi-level means what? Obviously from school. School, okay, colon. I'll copy this. Simply I'll change this F1 to F2 and this is F2, but F2 is from student 1. Student 1. I need to copy this one. Control C. Okay. Enter. I'll define one more class, that this time student 2. Also, it is deriving from, if it is a multi-level, then we need to take what? Student 1. Yes or no? Chain of derived classes. That is called as. This is F3 and this is F3, F3 in student 2. So this is all about what? This is normal multi-level inheritance. When we mix with the another inheritance with this multi-level, it will become a hybrid inheritance. So to do so, what I'll do, I'll take one more class like student 3. Student 3 is my different derived class, which is deriving from school as well as one student 1 class, for example. Now you can observe here, this is this one, from this one onwards, it is a multiple inheritance. And the above this multiple inheritance, this entire thing is a multi-level inheritance. Okay, so this concept is called as what? Hybrid inheritance. Control V, and here I will take the function 4, F4, and this is F4 in student 3 class. Now what we will do, again there will be a limitations of accessing, obviously. So I'll create S is equals to last class object, that is L student 3, and student 3 contains what kind of methods? Now you can imagine, right? It's an inheritance, so it will acquire the properties from where the base class are, where the derived class is deriving from that base class. So it is deriving the school class as well as student 1 class. So student 1 class contain F1 function, sorry, student 1 function contains F2, and school contains F1. So I can easily access S dot. If you want to see the scope, you just put a S dot. This all above functions. See, F4 is a function of itself, student 3. So that is the reason why it is showing F4. So I can access S dot F1, S dot F2, and finally S dot F4, because F4 function is belongs to student 3 class only. So now above this, these three are the because here student 2 is deriving from student 1 is deriving from school. So this is a multi-level inheritance, and here onwards this is a multiple inheritance. So both the combination of multi-level plus multiple is called as hybrid inheritance. We can see the theory, mixture of any two inheritance is called as a multiple inheritance. Okay, so if I'll execute, you will get the output. Something is missed. Cannot create a consistent method resolution order for base, school, and student 1. Something is missed. Suppose I'll take one more class, student 2, I'll take school 2. Now we are not going to, I mean, student 3, not school 2, student 1 and student 2, I'll take. Okay. Now here F1 can access, S can access student 1 is F2, not F1 now. Okay. We'll access this only. See, there may be some conflict. We'll not go and solve that right now, because we are interested in the types of inheritance now. Okay, so now you can access that may be a little one. Okay, we need to check the order only, but fine. So in this video we have covered the types of inheritance: single, this is the theory, single, multiple, multi-level, hierarchical, and hybrid inheritance. So I hope we have cleared all the types of inheritance in this video. We will come up with some more videos. Till then, keep watching. Bye bye.